at this point, everybody is in initiative. Kargis, you win initiative. You are very first to go. Initiative 22. Take your turn.
Seeing this beast come rising up, he's gonna rise up himself and he's gonna start to grow in size and use his giant's might to become a very large Kargis.
Yes. The beast is on the edge of the anti-magic field. So it just rises out of it and you can reach it. The beast appears to be covered in this ichor from these tentacles as it rises out.
Yeah. And as it rises out, I'm like, this is gonna be fun. And he will go ahead and try to attack the creature. And then, yep, I will attack it with my longsword and see what happens.
You hit the creature, but it appears it's very difficult to penetrate this thick layer of ichor all around the creature. You know that this stuff, this eldritch slime, is protecting it.
Well, we'll see what damage it ends up doing, anyways, because I don't think I have much that can remove that damage.
You do some damage to it. Just about your entire attack is absorbed.
I'll still do a second attack.
Second attack. Once again, your entire attack is absorbed. But you've wiped off a good portion of this black ichor that's been surrounding it.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember if it's only 2 attacks or 3 attacks. Okay, one more attack.
Yeah, you're level 13. You certainly have 3 attacks.
Yeah, I figured.
Third one is also a hit.
Trying to remove all the ichor, I guess.
Not quite.
And then...
But you can see that it's glowing flesh beneath as you've swung 3 times. All three strikes have filled your sword with ichor, but you've gotten some of it off.
And then that'll be the end of my turn as I wait to take any damage as I'm come towards me.
Okay. On initiative 20, a lair action occurs. And this lair action is going to be slimy terrain. Let's see. Everybody close enough to the walls.
The walls or to the tentacles?
The walls, not necessarily the tentacles. Oh, I think I'm doing something wrong here. I'm not selecting the right thing. All right, so I'll have to do it another way. So that is Durak, Larry.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying you guys are the ones affected by the lair action. And Kargis, you guys are either the tentacles or the walls. If you're within 10 feet, you're gonna be affected by the lair action. The lair action is I'm gonna roll you a dexterity saving throw for slimy terrain. Oh, I'm sorry, grasping walls, not slimy terrain. So, as you look around, and some of the tentacles reach out of this pool of anti-magic, and then the walls themselves, several tentacles start reaching out, and they try to grab you and grapple you.
What the hell just happened? I got kicked out.
You got kicked out? How?
I don't know.
Durak, you get grappled.
Was that a dexterity?
Yes. Do you have advantage?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I will just roll it for you again.
It's cool.
You fail a second time. Sorry, you're grappled. You can break it with athletics or acrobatics check as an action on your turn.
Okay.
That is the lair action, and then now it is the turn of this beholder. At the beginning of its turn, the beholder opens its eye. A dark field of horrible anti-magic flies out of the eye, and he points his anti-magic cone. Hold on, I'm gonna have to make a cone. But it's not letting me make a cone. There we go. So the cone's gonna go like this. The beholder is smart enough to know that it's not gonna get everybody in this cone. That's where it's gonna put its cone. The cone reaches from where it is all the way to the end of the wall. Everything inside this cone at this time is anti-magic. So things that are outside the cone are not affected by it. So the beholder knows that it can get Kargus inside this cone. So because everybody else is outside the cone, he's going to throw. Then the beholder floats up and shoots out eye rays. The beholder, because there are 5 players, the beholder is going to give you 4 eye rays. First eye ray is going to go for Thalric. Paralyzing ray. Thalric, I'm rolling you a Constitution saving throw. Do you have any bonuses? Thalric? Oh, he's muted.
Yeah, sorry. No, I don't believe I do.
Okay, so Constitution against paralysis.
Am I? Well...
Thalric,
Yeah.
you fail the saving throw against a paralyzing ray. You are...
guess-
Yes?
Sorry, I was going to say next time moving forward, am I allowed to use inspiration? Because
You are.
Obviously,
You absolutely are allowed to use inspiration. It's your role. That's why I was asking you. Do you have any bonuses?
well, I thought you meant like a feature or something like the Barbarians one, but I didn't know that would be.
Yeah,
to
no.
consider.
Okay, so you are paralyzed. You may repeat this roll at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a second eye ray. Another polyp comes out of this horrible creature, and this one is targeted at Durak. Durak, also a paralyzing ray. Durak, do you have any bonuses to your Constitution save or paralysis?
I believe Constitution's a +4, but
No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, do you have something like gives you advantage, or do you want to use inspiration?
John, we both, and I just looked at this because I didn't want to slow it down, but we both have advantage on paralysis.
You both have advantage on paralysis. All right. You know what? Because of you miserably failing that, I will roll a second roll for you and go backwards, and see if you can make this. I'll give you advantage, Thalric. I'm sorry, Thalric. You fail. Durak. You have advantage, so I'm going to roll this with advantage. What is it? Is it because you're a dwarf?
Yeah, Dwagar resilient. That's all it is.
Now, this is not poison. This is paralysis. Does it apply?
It's not charmed or paralyzed, not poison.
Okay, so it applies to paralysis as well, correct?
Just charmed and paralysis. That's
Okay.
it. And illusions.
I clicked advantage, but it didn't roll advantage. Let me just roll that again, because the first one you fail. You need to succeed on this, or else you guys are going to be in bad shape. Durak, you also are paralyzed.
one for me.
Now that you're paralyzed, the beholder has another 2 rays. And he's going to aim at your Oh. Damn it, he does paralysis ray again. Well, he's not going to shoot the paralysis ray because you're already paralyzed, so he just shoots it at you and it does nothing. And he has 1 more ray. 3. 3 is not a fun one either. It's a wisdom saving throw, and he's going to aim it at Thalric. Thalric, do you have any bonus, any advantage or anything against fear?
Yeah, I'll just use an inspiration.
Okay, you'll use an inspiration and get advantage on this roll. I'm sorry, it won't let me roll that advantage automatically, so I'll just roll it a second time. You crit it.
There you go.
You crit it, but unfortunately, you don't. There's no ability to allow you to be immune for 24 hours. This is a beholder boss.
All right.
Hey, John, can you give me the map again? Things I just got it.
No
again?
problem. I will reshare the map.
Thank you.
Okay. That is the beholder's turn. Now it's Durak's turn. You are both grappled and paralyzed. You cannot roll the roll to get out of the grappled. The only thing you can roll is to get out of paralysis. Because obviously if you're paralyzed, you can't try to fight the grapple.
Which is Constitution, right?
It's a Constitution DC 17. You break out of the paralysis. However, you're still grappled, and unfortunately, breaking out of the paralysis requires the save at the end of your turn. So that is your entire turn. Thalric.
All right.
You too are paralyzed.
Okay. Let's see. So, and that's what am I rolling?
It is a Constitution saving throw to break out of paralysis.
All right.
And that it occurs at the end of your turn, therefore that has to be your entire turn.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see.
That's not going to cut it, Thalric. And
All right.
in order to add insult to injury, the beholder takes a legendary action at the end of your turn and fires yet another ray at you. Number 4. What do you think number 4 is?
Ray of sickness?
The problem is you're paralyzed. So if you're paralyzed, I think you're incapacitated. You automatically fail.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. What's the ray?
It's a dexterity saving throw. It's a slow ray. So when you're paralyzed, you're incapacitated and automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. So you automatically fail the slowing ray. You get hit with, as if things weren't bad enough, you get hit with slow. So I'm going to put a slow effect on you. You do not want these effects to build up. You will become very, very, you'll be sitting ducks.
Well, when I can do something, I will, John.
Okay. So this slow effect, you can try to save out of it, but obviously you have to not be paralyzed to be trying to save out of it. That is the end of actually your turn, Thalric, and we have Dagga's turn. Dagga, you are in an anti-magic field. As long as you're in this field, your magical weapons go limp, your spells are not working, your concentration is broken. You can't really cast any spells, can't really do much. Even drinking. Oh, there you go. You walked right out of it. Dagga walks out of the anti-magic field. You are muted, Dagga, just in case you didn't know.
Alright, then I engage my boots and go up 10 feet. And anti-magic, eh?
Yes, but where you're standing right now, you're not in the anti-magic field, so your magic is working.
Yeah. I just
But
don't
you
wanna-
realize that the anti-magic coming out of this beholder is extensive. It's coming out of its eye. So if it starts looking at you, you might be suffering from anti-magic as well.
That Icar shield, if you will, is partially been worked against by Kargas.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The Icar shield surrounding the beholder is taken some licks from Kargas?
Yes, there's a black layer of slime that's protecting the beholder, and just think of it like it's a shell that needs to be worn down before the beholder takes any damage. Kargas has whacked it several times.
Let's go with magic missiles.
All right, magic missiles. Let's see it.
So magic missiles gonna give me 3 or 4.
It depends on the level you cast it. If you cast it at level 1, it gives you 3 missiles. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll go with the 3 missiles. Pew pew pew.
It absorbs some of the magic missile. It still has a significant amount of ichor surrounding it.
Okay. Well, seems like the quickest way to wear down some.
Larry, my friend, you're in an anti-magic field.
Alright, I'm gonna move quickly behind Thalric and begin to cast Dispel Magic on him.
On who?
In my eye. On Thalric.
Okay. Thalric unfortunately has two magical effects on him. So you can choose to try to dispel the paralyze or to dispel the slow. Actually, I don't think a roll even applies because this is not a leveled spell. So which effect would you like to dispel? Paralysis or
Thalric?
slow? Thalric can't say anything. He's paralyzed. He can't even move.
Alright. We'll go ahead and remove that then.
Which one are you taking down? Paralysis or slow?
The paralysis.
Okay, you take down the paralysis. But Thalric, you feel yourself being able to move again, but you're under the effects of this beholder's slow. Is that the that's the end of your turn? Anything else on your turn?
Don't think I can do anything else, so yeah.
At the end of your turn, the beholder is going to take a legendary action against you. You are dispelling its effects. He doesn't like that. He fires a ray at you. Number one, do you have any bonuses to wisdom against charm? Because he's firing a charm ray.
Yeah, I can't be charmed.
Yeah.
I'm an elf.
No, you have advantage against charm, right?
No, they're immune to charm.
Complete immunity?
I thought they were.
I thought it was advantage against charm. Does anybody, can anybody chime in? For elves, are they completely immune to magical charm, or is it advantage against charm and sleep?
Elves have advantage if it's being charmed, and magic cannot put them to sleep. That's all.
Okay, so it's advantage against charm. Magic can't put you to sleep, though. So he fires a charm ray at you. It's a wisdom save. You already have advantage, so there's nothing in addition to...
Okie doke.
I will roll this 2 times if you fail the first. You succeed, and you avoid its charm, the charm ray. We are at the beginning of initiative, and it's Kargas.
I just want to confirm the ichor. It's not like the tentacle area, like giving him the ichor, right? He just covered it in ichor.
He's
correct?
covered in it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
fire shield, but ichor shield.
Okay, no, I just wanted to.
It looks like most of it has been worn off.
Then I will try to whack away at that ichor a little bit more.
You are under anti-magic, so any magical weapons you have are not magic right now.
Wait, I thought he's outside the magic.
He's not. That cone, because of his size, that cone's gonna hit him.
Alright, I'll move over there.
Oh, you just you craftily move out of his anti-magic cone. You just sidestep it a little bit. Your weapon lights up again with its magical enchantment.
I am moving myself in between the holder and the other fellow to shield any more attacks. And I will swing away at the...
How high does that cone appear to go? Am I able to discern?
The cone just the cone is like shaped like a triangle, so it just from its starting point to where it is, it's the same size as where it ends up. So it's 70.
Oh, it goes up 70.
Yeah, think of the you gotta do trigonometry to know exactly. I just say if you're in the range, you're in the range, because you gotta do like some serious trigonometry to figure out exactly where the area of effect is.
Well, I could fly. I just wonder if I can fly above it.
Yes, you can. You can.
Thank you.
One more attack. First one I missed.
You penetrate some of its
Second
ichor.
one I hit, and then the third one I missed. And then...
That's the end of your turn?
That will be it. That will be the end of my turn, trying to slash away. Yeah.
You have penetrated this beholder's ichor. It doesn't like that. At the end of your turn, he takes a legendary action to take no opportunity attacks while he moves over here. The ichor begins surrounding it again, and you know that if it stays there long enough, that ichor is going to recharge. The ichor shield is going to recharge on it. You can see the tentacles embracing it and covering it, and you realize that if you don't stop this soon, it's going to have another ichor shield. So, at the end of your turn, it is initiative 20. Initiative 20 is a lair action.
Hey, John, does that mean his cone is gone?
His coat is gone for now, but it's recharging.
The cone.
Oh no, the cone is the cone follows where it goes. So right now the cone is like this, but the cone changes every round. It will reset its cone when its turn comes up. So it's preventing me from drawing it for some reason. There we go. So right now the cone's doing something like this because it moved.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So the other one's gone.
Yeah, but none of you are in the cone anyway, so the beholder knows this, so it doesn't care. It just goes over there because it wants to try to recharge its shield. So right now we are at a lair action because it's initiative number 20. Last time we used grasping walls, so we have to use a different lair action. Kargus, right next to you, you look at the ground and an eye shows up on the ground. You try not to look at the eye, but a ray shoots out of the eye at you. Number 3, we got Fear Ray. Do you have any special things against a fear effect? Any wisdom, advantage, anything?
Against fear, I do not think.
Okay, so it's a straight wisdom save against fear. My god, you guys are not doing so well. You are under the fear effect unless you have some special thing that gives you not be able to be feared. You are now under the fear effect against the beholder. You are allowed to save against it at the end of your turn. And fear doesn't paralyze you, which is good. So that's the end of the lair action. Now it is the beholder's action again. I'm going to first off get rid of these pointers. And it's going to reset its cone. Opens its eyes and redirects the cone to do this. So the 3 of you are under anti-magic effect while it fires up 4 rays, 2 against Kargus and 2 against Daga. The first one against Kargus, we have... Wow, everything's 1, 2, or 3. We have another fear ray. Since you're already feared, it doesn't apply. Second one against Kargus. Paralyzing ray. Do you have any special things against paralysis? I think you're Durgar, right?
Yeah, advantage.
You get advantage against paralysis, so let me try it. Constitution saving throw with advantage. You succeed. And the third ray is going to go against Daga. Let's see what we get. A 2 again. How come he is only rolling 1s, 2s, and 3s? I don't get it.
I have advantage against intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws of magic.
This one is going to be paralysis. And it's a constitution save.
Okay, I'll give myself Flash of Genius.
Okay, so that'll give you a +5, correct?
Let me target my... Well, you got it.
Okay, 19 will that Flash of Genius has saved your life.
Yep.
Okay, now he after how many rays with that? Now his rays go up to D10. He's bringing out the big guns. Eight. Oh, you don't want to be hit with this ray. This is a dexterity saving throw. Do you have any perks against that? This is a dexterity saving throw, and it's, of course, these are all magical effects.
Is it dagger?
Yes, this is against dagger.
No, I don't have anything. And
Okay.
I've already used my reaction for Flash of Genius, so I can't use it again.
Okay. You're also floating 10 feet in the air.
I'll use an inspiration. Right?
Okay. Yes, I think this is a good idea. Roll twice. First one's a failure, so I'll roll your inspiration, and let's hope that you succeed.
Yes.
You guys are rolling real crap.
No, you are rolling.
You get hit with petrification.
Well, of course.
You are turned to stone, which means that you're stone and you're both restrained and you're petrified. However, you do get to repeat this save at the beginning of your at the end of your turn. You fall from what is the magical effect that's keeping you afloat?
Levitation shoes or something?
Yeah, is it your shoes keeping you afloat? I'll let you keep floating if it's your shoes.
My wing boots. Yes.
Okay, I'll let you keep floating, because if it's like a spell you're casting, obviously you're gonna fall. It's 4 magical rays, and Durak, you are grappled,
Oh boy.
and you're in an anti-magic field, obviously, but the
But
grapple.
doesn't the anti-magic or is the field counter its own eye effects?
Not these effects.
So this is eye effect.
He's physically grappled, but you do notice that the beholder cannot shoot any eye rays into its own field. Durak, a 19 will break that grapple.
Alright, so now I can move 5, 10.
Yeah, but you had to waste an action to do it. But you can move now.
So you telling me that if we all go up close to the anti-magic field, that none of his eye rays are going to do anything against us, since we'll be in anti-magic?
You think that that's true, but also you also understand that if you go into the anti-magic field, half of your crap won't work.
Yeah, but we won't be paralyzed or charmed or correct?
No, the charm will stay.
Even though it's
Yeah, once you get hit with it, it stays. Until you save out of it.
once we're in the field, like that would like I have slow on me, so if I stepped into the field, it would dispel it, correct?
You can try it, find out. That you're not sure you're not certain, but you can try it.
Well, the reason I'm bringing that up is because if I shoot like a magic bolt into where he's at, wouldn't it kind of like go limp and then not do anything since he's in the field?
You gotta try.
Yeah, you got to try it. So Durak, you move there. Anything else on your turn? Any bonus action?
Nope, I already moved it down.
Okay. So Durak, At the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action to fire another cruel ray at Kargas. See if he can score a 10 on his D10 roll. He scores a 7. Kargas, do you have any bonuses against sleep spell or wisdom saves?
Bonus. I can use an inspiration.
Okay, would you like to use inspiration?
Sure, I'll use an inspiration.
Because he fires a sleep ray at you. I will roll first. The first one's a failure, so using your inspiration, I'll roll it one more time. Oh, you fall, you fall asleep. Of all the crappy things to have on you, oh, Kargas just drops down and starts snoring. Do you have something else you can do?
I will use Indomitable to re-roll a saving throw that I fail.
All right, you use Indomitable to re-roll this saving throw.
Smart man.
You failed 3 times. I cannot believe you guys are failing your saves this much.
We're failing.
You guys,
Make our own.
you guys,
I'd like to roll if I could.
you need to put your dice in your dice jail and get like a paladin with an aura or something.
Something. Change the dice color.
Oh man.
Us.
Okay, it's Tharic's turn now. That was a legendary action on the Beholder's part. You guys watch the Beholder and you see the tendrils start kind of oozing around it, reforming the shield. You guys realize that if you don't stop this soon, this Beholder's going to get that Ichor shield back.
So, am I still slowed even if I'm in an anti-magic cone?
Right now you are, yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, then that would answer the question about going into the other anti-magic.
Yes, it does. It does. Unfortunately, the thing is, it's not specified in 5th edition, but in previous editions, that's how it worked. Once the effect is applied to you, that effect stays on you despite the anti-magic phone. But it cannot. The Beholder, you know that the Beholder cannot fire rays into the anti-magic cone.
The only thing that doesn't make sense with me is if I cast Enlarge Reduce or something, or if I cast some type of like Shield of Faith on me.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that'll still be up if I go into the anti-magic field?
No, the things you cast go down.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
the odds are stacked against you. They don't make it fair.
Can I hit him right now with a ranged attack?
You absolutely can hit him if you can. If you can hit him, obviously you can absolutely.
No,
hit him.
I'm saying, like,
But
I don't wanna...
because you're slow, there's some restrictions to being slow. Like for instance, you only get 1 attack no matter how many attacks you normally have.
Yeah, and it basically procs next round. So the question I have is, do I roll to get out of slow? And
You roll at the end of your turn.
so I can still take a turn.
Yes. Slowing is probably the least horrible one out of all of them because you can still have your turn. But your speed is 1/2 and you only get 1 action.
Okay. Well, I am curious on what this thing's, I guess, if you will, its saves are going to be, in a sense. So what I'm going to do is cast Secret Flame. If I'm not mistaken, that should be a dexterity, so we'll see how well he is with dexterity.
Okay, you can roll its dexterity.
How do I do this? Is he targeted? Why is he not getting targeted? No, he's targeted. There we go. So, let's see.
He has magic resistance, but even with magic resistance, he fails his save, and you get him.
I don't know. I clicked damage, but I didn't see anything roll. Did you see anything roll?
I didn't see anything roll. Try dragging the damage onto him if that doesn't work.
Or is it because it's a spell and it won't work until next round?
I doubt it's some... I don't think... Because I don't have anything that complicated installed for the... This slow effect does not have that thing where it delays your spells, and that would be way too much to track. It would drive me crazy. You do manage to hit it with Sacred Flame. Its Icarus shell is down, so you actually damage it.
Okay. And what am I rolling for? Slow.
It's a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 17.
Or I thought you said it was a wisdom.
For the slow ray, it's dexterity save.
It says makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of its turn.
For not for the beholder slow ray.
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to repeat the same throw that you did originally when you got hit with it. So that's a dex. It may be the spell is different, but not the beholder's ray. You need a 17.
All right.
This beholder's it's one nat. The beholder doesn't like that. He's gonna take a legendary action and fire another ray at you.
Great.
He rolls a 9. Oh god, you want to succeed on this save. It's a dexterity saving throw. Are you ready? I'll roll it for you. Or do you have any special things that give you advantage on this dexterity saving throw? It is a magic effect.
Well, I mean, that obviously depends on the effect, but the only thing I could say beforehand without knowing what the ray is I have an inspiration.
Would you like to use your inspiration?
Yes.
Okay, you use your inspiration. I'll roll it twice. Oh, the first one's a failure. How are you guys failing this much? I know. Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, roll it yourself.
All right, let me change the color real quick. Just to see this.
The DC is 17, and you want to make this one.
Nope. All right.
Disintegration ray.
So does that mean I disintegrate?
I'm gonna take my reaction and use a counter spell on it.
You can't counterspell a beholder ray. Sorry.
Well, sorry, dude. Tried.
I'm sorry. My counterspell rules are very tight. You can counterspell only a leveled spell cast by an enemy. You ready for this? I don't think it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna kill you. No guarantees.
It's definitely gonna kill me. Definitely gonna kill me.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, it's 100% guaranteed. If it's a disintegrate, 100%.
44.
You survived.
You survived.
No,
If you had died from the disintegration, then it's over.
yeah.
Yeah, but you survived, so you're okay. You're okay.
Jesus.
Guess what? Because you hit that beholder with your sacred flame, that has stopped the tentacles from forming on it for now. So you have stopped its recharge of the temporary shield. You guys have a good chance of taking it down now. Larry, you're up, and you're swimming in the anti-magic field.
I don't like the anti-magic field. It's not letting me die.
Well, there's good and there's bad. You know, the good thing is that it won't fire rays at you, but the bad thing is that you can't do jack in an anti-magic field.
I'm gonna go slide over here.
Okay.
And,
as you walk out of the anti-magic field, the beholder pays very close attention to you.
I'm sure he do.
Hey, I'm gonna yell out. After casting your spell, hop back into the anti-magic cone.
That's such a cheesy tactic, but it's actually brilliant. It's actually one of the classic tactics.
I had planned to do that. But thank you.
I thought of that right now.
No, you could do that, but you're a rock right now, so.
I'm gonna scream back to him. You like disintegrate? Here, taste this, and then I begin to cast at him.
He failed. Actually, first of all, he should have had advantage. But I don't know what's going on, but because he failed that, he is going to use a legendary resistance. He automatically succeeds, even though he failed that save. Disintegration ray is no joke, and the beholder knows that.
Really?
Yes, it's a boss. What do you want? They don't play fair. not only do they take turns at the end of your... So you can roll the damage, but it's going to only take half.
Man.
So don't roll it on him. Oh, you already did, looks like. Okay, let me readjust that.
It's only 80, so 40 is pretty good though. Still.
Yeah. Let me readjust that. These high-level bosses also have legendary resistance, and in addition to legendary actions, so you are getting the entire full spectrum of these boss traits. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna move back in while dragging Valric with me.
You can't do that. You can move back in.
I can move half my distance dragging, right?
Well, yeah, Thalric is pretty heavy. You have to roll some checks if you want to drag him.
What do you mean I'm heavy? I'm small.
All right, Valric, here on your own. I only had to move him 5 feet.
You can. You know what? If you, the problem is that in order to drag somebody, you have to use like an action or something and roll a check.
Sorry, you're on your own.
Larry, because you cowardly hid back inside his anti-magic cone. The beholder is angry at that disintegration ray. He's gonna take it out on Kargas, and he fires. Hold on. What? I should not.
Out on Kargas, who's sleeping away, petrified, and all that.
Kargas, you might auto fail depending on what kind of ray this is. Oh no. When you're asleep, you auto fail because you're incapacitated. So you auto fail this the save on this, so you're gonna have to take the full brunt of the damage. He fires a death ray at you. You take 48 points of damage, but your sleep is broken because that hurt.
I better wake up there.
No, that will wake you up, but your frightened condition is still there. Your sleep is gone, but that really hurt. Death ray is very unpleasant. We go all the way back on the top of initiative, and it is Kargas' turn.
Yeah. 1 second.
I didn't get a chance to try and break my thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please do roll it now.
Okay. Which one was it?
Wait a second. Who is this? Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Okay. Patrick.
Oh, Daga. Yes. Yes. I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to remind me because there's a lot going on. Daga, you are affected by the petrification, so it is a dexterity saving throw. It's the same roll that you failed earlier that you repeat at the end of your turn. Oh my god.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Because he's a rock.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
That's a tough spell if you're disadvantaged on the saving throws against it automatically.
There's 5 of you. You guys can help each other out. I think you need to. Kargas, your turn.
I'm going to cowardly grab one of my javelin and try to throw it at this creature, and then stay away from it. So.
Even with its disadvantage, you still manage to hit it.
And it just pierces one of his eyes, hopefully.
It's got plenty to spare.
And then, it's not the fear condition, it's just the frightened condition. I just can't get closer to it, so I will.
Yeah, the frightened condition, you don't have to use up your whole turn running away from it. And at the end of your turn, you do get the save to get rid of it. The save is a wisdom.
Yeah, I will roll that wisdom save. Hopefully I am wise enough, which I am not.
Why I don't you? I'm sorry. This is you guys are having real bad luck. I mean, this is especially bad on your rolls.
And then that will be the end of my turn. Hopefully, I can be a meat shield for someone.
Okay. At this point, initiative 20 is a layer action. So this layer action is a little bit different. I have to use all 3 layer actions before I start using the original layer action again. So this layer action is called Slimy to Grain. We have a 50-foot square area. That might be the entire platform you're standing on. Yeah, this whole area becomes difficult terrain as you guys look down and these little tentacles start writhing out of the ground. This one is not that bad. And then it is this horrible beholder's turn again. It is going to reposition itself and reposition that ray. So the beholder kind of you can tell there's a really high level of intellect inside this horrible monster, and it kind of gauges what it wants to do and how it wants to reset its field. And then the beholder moves over here. There's more. You guys have wrecked a lot of tentacles on that side by attacking it, so it comes over here and tries to absorb some of the tentacles here to recharge its shield. In the meantime, it's going to redo its cone. The cone goes like this. Let me see if I can get rid of that. How do I delete this? Only one pointer. It won't let me delete only one pointer. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I don't think we need the square to know that everything's difficult.
Yeah. Everything, just the entire platform. Let's just simplify. Entire platform's difficult terrain. It redirects its cone to get Larry, Kargus, and Durak. So that leaves Thalric and Daga open for its attacks. It's going to have 4 rays. First 2 are going to go against Thalric, and these rays are D10 rays. Number 1 again. Thalric, do you have any protection against charm? Wisdom saving throw for charm.
Yeah, he gets advantage. Either door. Or Drugar.
Thalric, you have advantage against charm?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll this wisdom save for you. Oh, first one's a success. Excellent. You guys are maybe all the bad rolls have been used up and now all your good rolls are coming in. We got a second D10. Another charm ray. So you have advantage once again. That's 1 failure, but you have advantage. I will roll again. You succeed. Now he's got 2 rays against Daga, who's already a rock. So Daga, you're gonna some of the rays you're gonna automatically fail, depending on what ray hits you. Oh no. 8 is actually no, I'm sorry, that's an 8. 8 is a petrification ray. You're already petrified, so it doesn't do anything addition to you. That's the one thing you don't want. A death ray. It's a dexterity saving throw. Unfortunately, you're going to automatically fail that because you're petrified. Yeah.
What?
That sucked. Durak, it's your turn. You look at the beholder and it begins absorbing these tentacles to recharge its shield.
15. So I'm at half movement. You know what? Let me go back. I'm sorry. We're gonna shit. I'm gonna dash.
Okay. That's a double movement, which, because of difficult terrain, is a single movement. You get to the edge of the... Are you going into the tentacles?
Oh.
This is a pit full of tentacles. You can choose to go in there. You don't even know how deep it is because there's so many tentacles.
I'll stop there.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, sure. I'll throw a javelin at him.
But you dashed.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, the Beholder is going to be abusive and fire another ray at Thalric.
Has anybody actually tried talking to the damn thing?
Fear ray. You guys have been fighting this thing. Thalric, do you have anything special against wisdom against fear?
I just have a +5 and
Just your regular bonus, right? You don't have like advantage or anything.
I think I only did 2 inspiration rolls. Is that correct?
I don't know. You got to keep track of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like a third inspiration roll? If you, just for not knowing your inspirations, I should take away an inspiration.
No.
Okay.
I wanted to. But yeah, that's all.
Okay. Roll against fear. 22 is a success against fear. You're fine. You had +10 to your wisdom. Wow. All right, Daga. You got.
Wait, so I don't get to roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was your turn. I'm sorry. I skipped your turn by mistake.
Yeah, I was just like, what the hell?
I'm sorry, Daga. It's not your turn. I mistakenly skipped Thalric's turn. It's Thalric's turn.
Okay, so the only thing that I'm a little confused of right now, and maybe I missed this, is he's obviously in the tentacles right now.
Yeah.
If I shoot because he moved a little bit further back. That's what I'm saying. Like, or at least when you went from the right side to the left side. If I do something like a spell wise, is that gonna hit him, or do we?
You can find a way to hit him without, because the cone you're not in the cone, and you can do magic outside the cone where you're standing right now. You're fine.
You don't hit him, and you hit possibly the slimy things that are moving. Maybe they'll stop sliming them.
Okay.
Oh well, you can aim your attack not at him, but at the tentacles beneath him, obviously. But you're not sure if that's even going to work.
I'm casting a 6th level guiding bolt at him.
Okay. Let's see it. Oh my goodness. Listen, I can't help you there, man.
Nope.
When you roll a 2 on the die, there's nothing I can do for you, man.
Yeah, I get it. And 15 doesn't cut.
No. And then you hide back inside the anti-magic cone, leaving Daga open. Before Daga's turn, he's going to get abusive and use his legendary action at the end of your turn to fire something at Daga, who can't do anything back. This is a number 7, which is a wisdom save. So Daga, you don't have anything. Is there anything affecting your wisdom saves right now?
Yeah, gnomish cunning by just gnomish nature to get advantage.
Okay, so you're gonna get advantage. This is against sleep. Did advantage for you. You're fine against that sleep ray. Now it is your turn. So because you're a rock, you wait till the end of your turn, and then you can repeat. It's a dexterity saving throw against the petrification ray as you try to break out of this rock.
Inspiration.
Okay.
I'm going to use an inspiration to negate the so it's
Yeah, just click that advantage button to give yourself the inspiration, and it should equal out the disadvantage. You break out of the rock. You see a dagger boom like a Superman breaking out of the rock. You break out of petrification. However, that takes place at the end of your turn. So does this beholder's final legendary action, and since you're the only target it has, it's going to be abusive. Oh no. But luckily you're not petrified, so you do get to save. This is a dexterity save against magic. Do you have any special thing against that? Any inspiration or I mean advantage?
Yes, my final inspiration.
Your final inspiration. Oh, so I will roll twice. This is a death ray.
Jesus.
Listen, I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to kill you guys. I didn't think you guys would roll this bad.
Die?
I'm not rolling it. You're rolling.
47 points of necrotic damage.
I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you die.
Larry, you're up.
Alright, move just a hair outside his eyeball and cast Curse on him. And the curse effect will be save versus wisdom or not take an action for every turn.
Okay, you can try to roll the save. Go ahead and just put the roll the effect on him.
I'm going to try. I forgot which one it is. There's like 15 of these.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I think in terms of the save, they're all the same.
Okay.
Oh no, you I think you've put the effect on him, but you haven't rolled a save.
Oh, then remove that effect. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll remove it. No problem. He successfully saves.
Okay. I'm just gonna slide back over here. And that's the end of my turn. I'll keep trying that for the next few rounds, see how that plays out.
I want to remind you guys, high level bosses have legendary resistance. This is an out of character metagame reminder, but you know, you guys are getting beat up pretty bad. I just want you to know. I have to play the monsters the way they would be played, so he might legendarily resist, even if he fails your save. He might legendarily just resist it if he still has them. Kargas, you're up. This is initiative 22. Oh, actually, it's not the Beholder's turn yet, so you're up.
What I'm going to do is... Where is Daga, by the way?
Daga is, he's floating. He's still floating. He just broke out of his petrification. He's floating 10 feet above. You can see him right next to you. He looks badly injured, like he's not going to be able to take another hit.
I will grab him.
Okay.
And kind of pull him with me into the magic field, even though it's gonna.
So what's your strength? It's like really high, right? Because your size.
Yeah, it's 18.
All right, then you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll, but
get advantage against strength checks and stuff like that.
yeah, you don't have to roll for because Daga is a small gnome, so you don't have to roll for against him. But however, that's going to cost you an action to pull Daga in.
You said Daga's rock, right?
Daga's floating in the air.
Oh, I thought you said he was turned to stone.
He was, but he broke out of it.
Oh, I was gonna say throw it at him.
That would be really cruel and horrible. But if you want to try that, I can. There's a roll for that. I know how to do. You would roll your strength-based attack bonus. That'd be very evil thing to do, but you guys
We're
are
evil.
you guys are evil.
You know, I actually like that idea. I want to try to throw him at the beholder. I'll do that. I'll try instead of I'll grab him and try to throw him at the beholder.
I'm not stone. I'm fucking alive. Just to let you know.
Well, I got no other weapons, so I'm gonna just throw you at it. Nah. I'll just grab him into the anti-magic field and do my original plan and go like that. Unfortunately, I don't have a weapon that can get him. I can't get any closer to him, so and there's not really anything else I can do. So I'm just gonna try to somewhat bring Daga with me into the magic field. Hopefully, kind of protect him a little bit.
Okay. You grab Daga, bring him out of the field. That will cost you your action. Do you have any bonus action or anything you want to do on your turn?
I'm just curious. If I activate a rune and then walk into the magic field, I lose my rune anyways, right?
That's your rune's gonna shut off.
Okay, then but it'll turn on if I leave the area, right? It's not gonna like dispel it, correct?
It will turn. It depends. If you have something that requires concentration, your concentration is broken. But if you have like a magic weapon, it'll temporarily be suppressed, and then when the field is gone, it'll turn back on. So a rune is more like a magic weapon kind of thing. So it will turn back on, but you can't even turn it on when you're in the anti-magic field.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious about what those ones are gonna be. All right. That'll be that. I guess what is it? Wisdom save for to try not to be frightened.
At the end of your turn, yes, it's a wisdom save.
Yeah. That'll be the end of my turn.
All the DC is always 17. So, you want me to roll it for you? No, you're rolling it.
No, I'll roll it and
Oh,
fail.
man.
No problem.
Okay.
I'll roll it and fail and be frightened. Can't get close to this creature. But...
Okay, we have a initiative 20 layer action, and this applies to Durak and Thalric, the Iron Fist brothers. Both of you are these tentacles come out of the anti-magic field. These are physical tentacles trying to grasp you and grapple you. So this is going to be a dexterity saving throw for both of you. Do you guys have any sort of a specialty advantage kind of thing against the dexterity saving throw for grappled? Either of you?
Yes. Well, a grapple, won't we have an athletics check?
Well, for in terms of grapple, it's a strength contest, but for this effect, it's a dexterity save. That's what it asks for. It's a legendary action asking for a dexterity save. Oh my goodness, you both fail.
Well,
No. I'm sorry, Thalric. You rolled a 8.
You said Dex.
Yep.
I got a +1. I don't know, man.
Okay, Thalric, you are grappled by tentacles coming out of this pit.
I'd like my inspiration roll with advantage. That's
Oh my god. Even with advantage, Durak, you are also grappled. The two brothers.
Don't you already have advantage on Dex saving throws, or is that only on spells?
that's on area of effect.
Area effect. Okay.
Yeah. Both of you, the two brothers, are both grappled by tentacles. And that's the layer action. Now the Beholder's turn is up. Unfortunately, because you guys were not able to stop the ichor splashing all over it, part of the shell recharges. Not as much as it started off with. But you see that is partially covered up again with this ichor, giving it a temporary absorption.
Can you cast a spell while grappled?
Yes, you can actually take a full action. You just can't move.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do everything while grappled except move. It's not like incapacitated where you can't do jack. So
well, I won't do jack whoever he is anyways, but thank you, John.
And Beholder is going to come over here. It assesses the battlefield and it reshapes the anti-magic cone like this. I should get rid of the old cone before I put in a new one. I just keep forgetting. So it's going to focus its abuse on the two brothers that appear to be grappled. 2 for Durak, 2 for Thalric. First one against Durak. 8. Oh, Durak. Okay, do you have anything special against dexterity saving throws for petrification? Any advantage, I mean.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey. Shit, I had danger sense. Oh, well.
Danger sense is against traps, though.
Nah, it's anything for dexterity save. I just read it.
Oh, in that case, you have advantage. You gotta let me know, because I don't know. I'm just a DM. I have enough going on running the nonsense going on. Yes, I will give you advantage on your dexterity saving throw.
All right, I rolled with advantage anyway. I used my inspiration.
You don't need to use your inspiration because you have advantage from danger sense. Don't waste it. you might need it next turn. The first one is a failure, so you get a second one with advantage. Durak.
I gotta stop. You're a good DM, but I don't like you rolling dice.
Well, do you want to roll it instead?
It's okay, man.
I do it just to make things go faster, but I'm happy to let you guys roll it.
No, but it's fine. It's just the way the dice are rolling.
Durak turns into stone, and then he fires a second ray at Durak, even though Durak has turned to stone. Number 4, which is a slow ray. You automatically fail the save because you're stone and incapacitated. So Durak, you are both you're stoned and you're slow. There, that sounds better when I put it that way, right?
Yeah.
He's got 2 rays against Thalric. First, yeah, he has 4 rays total on his turn, and then he's got legendary action that gives him additional rays.
Great.
Oh, we got number 8. Thalric, you're about to join your brother in being stoned. Do you have anything special against this dexterity saving throw that gives you advantage?
Nope.
All right, here's the roll. So close. So close. Thalric is turned to stone. Then, even while as a stone, he's going to fire yet another ray at you. Oh no, that's the ray that's the ray you really don't want. Death ray.
Do anything.
You can't do jack. You can't even succeed. You can't even roll a save. Because it is a dexterity, and you're incapacitated.
You're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Thalric drops down unconscious. Oh man, battle's not turning in your favor. Durak, you're up. You guys got to do something.
So what do I got to roll to get out of stone?
You can't do anything on your turn except at the very end of your turn. At the end of your turn, you are allowed to roll against one of these. I will allow you to roll against all of the effects: grappled, petrified, and slowed. So you have to get out petrified first, because otherwise you can't roll against any other two because you automatically fail. So
Which roll's that?
That's a petrified ray is dexterity saving throw DC 17. So if you fail this, you can't roll against the other two because you're gonna automatically fail.
Roll with advantage on that. Okay. Hey, I'm no longer stoned.
You're gonna be getting stoned.
Now I can roll. Grapple's going to be an athletics check, correct?
You can do the grapple or the slow. So the grapple is you can actually use your skill check against. You can use athletics or acrobatics to roll out of it, which is going to give you a much higher bonus.
Well, I'll use the athletics.
Okay, roll. You drop the grapple. And I will even let you roll out of the slow for this one. Slow is also a dexterity, DC 17 saving throw.
Yeah, I got it.
Durak, oh yes, there we go. You know what? That was so awesome. You get an extra inspiration for doing such good saving throw rolls. Durak, using his barbarian strength, busts out of everything that's incapacitating him.
And I moved with it.
Your poor brother has gone down, however.
I need health. Somebody.
That'll be my turn right there.
Thalric, death save.
10 or higher, buddy. There you go.
Thalric, you get 1 success on your death save. However, at the end of your turn, this beholder is going to fire ray at your dead body.
What?
If it hits you, that is 2 automatic fails. If it hits you with anything that does damage.
Oh, that's fucking lame.
Yes, it is. Luckily, it is a number 1. Because you're unconscious, none of this won't apply to you. You cannot be affected by anything while you're conscious. So, no. This beholder is a boss that will happily attack you even though you're down. Daga.
Yeah. Alright. That Ichor, I noticed that Ichor shield went back on him, right?
Yes, but it's not as thick as it was originally. Like, you think it's only about 25% of what it originally was.
I can't.
Are you trying to hit Thalric with your lightning bolt?
No, he's on the ground.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
He's not going to use a legendary resistance on this one. You can roll your full damage. 25 points of damage. I believe you have entirely taken off that Ichor shield, but that is not enough to damage him. But that 25 points of damage has stunned a lot of this black tentacles and stuff around of him. He is open for attack.
As a bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind on myself. And then I'm going to run back in the shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It's 20, 35, I can go 1 more. 5.
At the end of your turn, the beholder is going to be abusive and use his legendary action to fire a ray at your incapacitated party member. Oh my god. You're going to... So, the thing is, what is your max HP?
It's 107.
107. There's no way it can do... I'll just roll it to see if it can possibly do it. If it doesn't do that much damage, then what's going to happen is you're going to get 2 automatic failures from it.
So I lose that.
So there's no way it's going to do 107 hit points of damage. So what happens is it hits you while you're down. Actually, when you get damage when you're down, it's automatic. If you get crit, right? So it can't crit you with a magic spell. I mean, with a disintegration ray. So I think you only get 1 failure from that.
Why did it do damage to 2 other guys?
I'm sorry. Who did it do damage to?
Larry and Durek.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had you targeted by mistake. I will. Please, let me change that.
Is this a spell?
And you harmed me too. You gave me 3 points of damage too.
Why did... I'm wondering why it did that.
It did that to everybody, it looks like.
It must have...
Looks like, yeah.
I must have had you targeted by mistake. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me fix this. You guys are not supposed to be taking any damage. 9 minus...
some notes.
Is this considered a spell, or no?
No, it's not considered a spell that you can counterspell. If you're asking, if that's what you're asking.
No. I just didn't know if I was prone, if it would have disadvantage. But if no,
No,
then
no,
that's fine.
it's not an attack bonus. Like it's a spell that uses save as opposed to attack bonus. If it had an attack bonus, then yes, the prone effect would apply. And Thalric, I mistakenly took you down by mistake. You're not supposed to be. You had 64 before. And let me get rid of your unconscious prone thing.
Can you get rid of my restrained condition too? I'm not restrained. That was when I was way back.
Yeah, Durek, I gotta get rid of your... Listen, who's restrained?
Daga, you have me as restrained from being petrified.
Oh, yes. Let me get rid of that.
I was down though.
Yeah, you were down. I think I screwed something up.
Well,
I'm not down. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Oh, I was giving hit points back, and I gave it back to the person that was actually unconscious. All right, are we squared away? Did everybody back to normal?
I'm good.
Thalric, you have one fail on your saving throw from that ray. Daga, that was your turn, and now it's Larry's turn.
All right. So the question is, do I help Thalric and drag him in here and stabilize, or do I attack?
Throw his dead body at the beholder. Come on.
Larry can't lift Thalric's body. He's a skinny little drow.
I know, I'm kidding.
Hey, y'all call me skinny. I'm not helping nobody.
Drow are actually skinnier than regular surface elves.
I'm just looking at one thing real quick before I make a decision. Won't be.
Unbelievable.
John, is it still rules? If I jam a potion down Thalric's throat, it's my action and movement.
Yeah, that is still the same rules.
Okay.
I do not, because once you get to high levels, you there's like 3 people down. You pour a potion, action surge, pour another potion. That's my potion rules are still the same. If you're gonna try to put a potion down to heal him, don't any of you have any healing? Oh, you cast Fireball. He does save against your Fireball. Ouch! And that fire makes all these tentacles start sliming away in his area.
Then I'm gonna start moving back to the center.
Larry, you really pissed off the Beholder, and he's gonna take it out on Thalric. He's using a legendary action to fire yet another ray at Thalric. Number 2 is a non-damage dealing ray. It's a paralysis ray. Thalric's already incapacitated, so nothing happens.
Don't worry, Thalric. If you die, I'll bring you back.
He might not be the same if you use Animate Dead, but he'll bring him back the same, right?
Don't
Kargus.
worry, he wrote in his will, I get everything.
Alright, now, did I move my combat? Yeah. Kargus' turn.
Seeing Larry just cast Fireball, it reminded Kargus that he had a potion of fire breath that he wants to chug down.
You're not gonna while in the anti-magic field, you look down at your pack at the potion of fire breath, and it appears inert.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you're in the
Alright.
anti-magic field, and remember, you're also in a Oh no, no difficult terrain. That was the previous layer action.
I will then step over Thalric's body and get out of the magic field to chug down the potion to release a fire breath against the beholder beast as a bonus action.
Okay, go ahead.
That'd be a dexterity save. Would not do
The
that.
beholder rolls a nat 20 against your fire breath.
Still takes half damage at least.
He takes a measly 6 or 7 points of damage. And you've managed to piss it off where it's going to use his final layer action against you. I'm sorry, his final legendary action before its turn. It fires a
Does
ray
it take it after or during my turn?
at the end of your turn.
Alright, well, I will move back.
Oh, okay.
into the field.
In that case, you leave.
You have over 100 points of health left, and you're gonna let me just get hit. I mean, I get it. Do it.
Listen, later on, maybe you can get him back by betraying him by allying
I'm
with
not. I don't see anything.
You don't know. Oh my God.
Not my problem. I gotta
8
roll to get rid of the frightened.
8
I
is
just want drag me in, man. That's it.
8 is a petrification ray. You do not get petrified. You are unconscious. So that's one thing. I don't keep applying effects after you're unconscious.
You're petrified times 3.
I'm still frightened of this thing. I can't get any closer to it. So, alright. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, initiative 20. We have a layer action. This layer action is going to be surface eye. I'm sorry, Thalric. An eye shows up right next to where you're laying. And yet another ray pops out of the eye. It is a 6. 6 is a telekinetic ray, which once again doesn't apply to you because you're unconscious. The beholder looks at Thalric.
Excuse me, sorry guys.
It knows that it can kill one of you.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Before he does anything, it just occurred to me.
Yeah.
I have a telekinetic action that I can use to move things. And it's a reaction.
Oh, sure. What is it you're doing? Sorry.
It's for my ability. For the Gem of the Gift of the Gem Dragon.
Okay, so what does that do?
It doesn't actually say I can move stuff. It says I can react telekinetically. I can't actually do things kinetically. My bad. I was gonna try to move Thalric that way. My bad. Sorry. Thought I could do more.
You know, I like it, and I will allow it, but I'm not the DM.
I can move things away when they hit me. No, apparently I just can't do things at will.
Thalric, you have one failed death save. The beholder's gonna knows that it's gonna be able to come and kill you this turn. So it's the beholder's turn. He floats over right next to you. He sacrifices one of his rays to bite you. Because this is an attack on an unconscious ally, it's an automatic crit. An automatic crit will give you 2 failures. Thalric, you are dead. The beholder then, that was one of his rays. It sacrifices to use a bite attack. Then the beholder takes out his cone and reshapes his cone to look like this. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta get rid of... But you guys are a high-level party. If you survive, you can bring Thalric back to life. I'm not afraid of that. He's going to do this with his cone, specifically getting only Kargis and Durak. That will leave him open to fire rays against Larry and Daga. So he used one of his rays and supplanted it as a bite attack. So he's got 3 rays. 2 rays for Larry and 1 ray for Daga. Okay, let's see what you get, Larry. Charm Ray. Larry, you get advantage against Charm.
Yay!
That's one of those is a failure. Let me roll that again.
Yay!
You succeed, and then his second ray is going to go after Daga.
Cheated right there, didn't it?
It did. I think. Did you push the pool? You pushed the pinball table, didn't you?
Yeah, I was smacking the table a little bit.
Oh, we haven't seen this yet. Daga, it's a number 5. This is a Constitution saving throw against a magic damage effect. Do you have anything that gives you advantage?
It depends on what the effect is. Oh, Daga. Sorry, I thought you were still after me.
It's Daga now.
I'm gonna use my reaction to give myself Flash of Genius.
Okay, that'll
Plus
give
5.
you +5. Why don't you roll it yourself? It's Constitution save, DC 17.
Constitution. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god. That's not gonna cut it.
Wait.
What else
Why
you
did it
got?
only give me a plus? It should have given me a +11.
Why is that?
I mean, that wouldn't have been enough, but that. Strange. Okay. All right. Well, I failed even with the flashing.
All right, so this one is a mini death ray. It's called an enervation ray. 8d8. Which isn't as bad as the full death ray, but it's still gonna hurt and might bring you down.
I only have 20 hit points, so I'm dead.
Daga goes down. You guys better act quickly before you have multiple down party members. Durak, you're up.
Hey. So I'm gonna rage.
Oh, finally we get Durak. I thought you were gonna rage way in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, there was there's no sense I would lose the rage unless it did damage to me. I
That is true. That is true. You have to keep hitting.
So I move on the death of your brother.
Durak, I do have to warn you. If you go over there, you're gonna be in anti-magic cone, and your magic weapon's not gonna give you the bonus.
I'm outside the cone.
If you stand there, you have to jump into the tentacles. Are you looking to jump into tentacles?
Tentacles were done.
No, there's more tentacles. The ones that were giving it shield were done, but this is a pit. You look down at the pit. It's approximately like maybe 10 feet or so. You can jump down there and take the beholder on from in the pit if you want.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can I on top of the beholder?
If you want to try to jump on the beholder, we probably have to, we have to come up with an improvised contested roll or something. But yeah, I don't want to restrict you from doing something cool. Do you want to try to mount the beholder?
I'll grab his tentacles, his reins.
Rip his eye stalks off.
Yeah, I mean, I want to try and grab his. Yeah.
If you want to grapple the beholder, then I will do a grapple, but that'll cost you an action. You can try that.
Well, what if I jump and swing at his eyes? I called shot. That'll be my first attack.
That's just a normal attack.
But that'll take me out of the anti-magic field, right?
You can't. Because of the nature of what this is, you have to either be over here or in the pit.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, you'll be over here?
Am I close enough to hit him there?
Yeah, and you can step on your brother. He's dead.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I mean, you guys. Guys are kind of evil. Do you even care about your brother that just got killed, or are you that evil? You're just like whatever.
He's gone berserk.
That's true.
Yeah, he went berserkers.
That's definitely gonna hit this thing.
All right, and that's also that. We'll add the 3 for the rage.
Durak, you should add a rage effect on yourself. That'll make things easier.
I did click the button, right?
Oh, yeah, but it's not. You didn't put it on yourself for some reason.
Well, yeah.
So
Apply the current.
you might have to target yourself Let me see.
Hold on, I thought I did.
Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you.
Is it on there?
There,
Hold on, is it
there.
on there?
I got it on you now.
Okay, I thought I hit it and put it on there. Oh,
And your rage effect is also it's a little bit wrong because you're supposed to have damage plus 3 damage, right? It's only giving you 2. It's giving you a level 1 rage.
Yeah, I think it's 3 up at level 12. It should be 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. Let me fix the effect for you. There you go.
Huh.
I got it fixed. Go ahead.
all right. So second attack.
And let me subtract those extra 3 hit points. I got it.
Oh,
Whoa!
Fucking A.
You take inspiration for critting the Beholder. You just get it. It's yours. You gotta get some inspiration. That's just awesome. There you go.
So I get a. Let me make sure. I get a brutal critical, so I get an extra damage die. Is that going to add it?
There's an effect that you have to put on. I will put it on for you. It's going to add 3d8, correct?
Yes.
I put that effect on you now. So just go ahead and roll your damage.
From a story perspective, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
34 points of damage on the Beholder. Wow. That's your second attack. You have one more.
No, I don't.
You don't?
Barbarian only gets.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I thought you were a fighter. I forgot.
Nah, I'll take it though.
At the end of your turn, the Beholder is going to retaliate with a ray. Oh man, that's not the ray you want.
That's alright, it's half damage.
Not only is that half damage, but you get don't you get advantage on this dex save?
Well, it'll be half. Yeah.
Yeah, you make a dex save first. So
Yeah.
first you make a dex save. You fail even with advantage. Now the type of damage coming at you is necrotic. It's not physical damage. Do you still get half it?
Yeah, because I took Totem of the Bear, so everything's half damage except for psych damage.
Let me make sure your script says that. Resist.
That is. Yeah, Totem of the Bear, you take half damage on everything except for psych damage.
Okay, let me fix that then. Yeah, your effect would not have allowed you to take the half damage, but I fixed it. So now I'm going to roll the damage on you. You did fail that, but you're going to take half damage, so you're good. You probably survived this, no problem.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna survive this, no problem.
Whoa, that's a 60, but you only take 30.
Just for a bit of damage.
All right, that is Durak's turn. Thalric, I'm sorry, you do not do anything. You're dead.
Divine intervention, John.
Yeah.
Divine.
There's no ability that you can do when you're dead. I know that. I know in 5th edition. There's no.
I'm saying I'm throwing out there in the universe that my god may or may not take favor for me or my brother.
Your god is disappointed at your weakness.
I'm not dead.
Your god is you have an evil god, and he's not sitting there.
Yeah, I'm a disappointment.
Yeah, evil gods are not happy when their minions just fail at their tasks. Daga, you're up.
Daga's dead.
Oh, no, he's got death save. He's not dead. He's unconscious. Did you roll 2? That must have been a mistake. Yeah, he's muted, but that must have been a mistake. Yeah, so you successfully have a save. At the end, at the end of your turn, the Beholder fires a ray at you. He's going to try to go for a 2 for 2 and kill a second party member. Let's see what kind of ray he shoots out at you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Dago, what is your max hit points? Let me see if he has any ability to kill you outright. Your max hit points is 93. I don't think he can possibly roll a 93 on unless he completely maxes out his roll, which is statistically like 1 in a million chance. I don't think he can do it, but you know what? Let's try it anyway. Regardless, you're going to get a fail on your save, on a death save. Let me make sure that I don't have any targets this time, so I don't do any unnecessary damage. He has to roll like all 10s. Okay, so there's no way. So you get one failed save from that. And now it's Larry's turn.
As I die, I curse the barbarian for fucking not attacking earlier.
I couldn't get to him.
Larry, what did you fire at him?
Immolation.
He's going to use a legendary resistance to automatically succeed on that.
Okay.
So what happens if he succeeds on that save?
Half damage, but he continues taking it every turn.
But if he succeeds, he still well, you killed him. Doesn't matter. He tried. Larry, congratulations. You strike the killing blow. Do you want to tell, for inspiration, do you want to tell everybody how your spell takes down this horrific beast?
Oh, sure. So, see, after the last the last attack from Durak, his immense attack seemed to knock him off guard. And while he's focused on trying to recover and retaliate, a jet of flame flies forward from my hands, engulfing the entire beholder in flame, charring his eye stalks and sending him into the pits below.
And as the beholder falls down to its death, you see the tentacles begin to recede.
Oh, cool.
Revealing the original cavern floor below.
Cool. And I'm going to move forward at that and begin to stabilize Thalric.
And I guess I will. Well, Thalric.
No, Thalric, there's no stabilizing. He's he has.
Sorry, no, correct then. No, the other, whoever's not.
Daga is still alive but unconscious.
All right, so I'll stabilize Daga, and I'll go ahead and animate Thalric to follow me.
Are you gonna animate dead on Thalric? That's a. If you're gonna do that, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ask Thalric to like roll a new character because it's not Thalric anymore. It's a zombie.
I can revisit that.
All right, I think now's a good time for us to take a break.
All right, so
where were we? All right, so you float down into the pit where the tentacles had sprung out of. The tentacles themselves have kind of just shriveled up into a crisp and broke apart into dust. And you look around and there's some pools of natural water to either side. The body of the beholder has dissolved into a lump and just lies on the ground. You don't notice anything around you that seems to be of any value. There doesn't appear to be any stash. Only thing you see is the body of the beholder itself. You can see that there's some sort of magic gleaming from its eye.
What was from its eye?
Magic. Even though the creature is dead, there appears to still be some latent magic inside its eye that was shooting out this anti-magic field. And
Yeah, I want to grab that shit.
Can we reach into its eye?
It's a very disgusting thing to do, but you certainly can.
Okay, so if I could do that, do I need a roll to do that?
No, you just you go ahead and you just kind of stick your hand in its eye and move it around. And you're moving around and you feel some sort of object, some hard object in your hand. You pull it out and you see the eye now is completely dead as well as the rest of the body. You open this object in your hand. It appears to be a magical ring.
I immediately put it on my finger.
You put it on your finger, but unless you understand how the ring works and can attune to it, it doesn't do anything for you.
Oh, I see.
So the ring, you have a magical ring that presently is not identified.
I wonder if I have identified.
I don't know. Do you? You tell me. While it's not identified, I'll put it in the party sheet as an unidentified item. But it might just turn out to Let me see what you see.
Where the fuck?
While they're resting, I'll go ahead and identify it using a ritual.
You identify the ring. It's one of the most powerful items you've ever seen. It's a ring of regeneration.
Interesting.
This ring can almost guarantee that you will not die unless an enemy like this horrible beholder decides to purposefully attack your dying body. You wear this ring, you go down, you'll come right back after a couple of minutes.
I toss it to Durak.
The ring is in the party sheet, so you can take it from the party sheet if you want to.
Oh. Is that guy? Oh, he's not dead anymore? Oh, he's alive?
We've identified.
Yeah, you've.
I was going to stick the ring on his finger.
I was saying just give it to Durak.
Unfortunately, you can't just stick it on someone's finger because it requires attunement, so the person has to attune to it for it to start working. So you can't use it as a substitute for healing somebody.
Good try.
So as you guys are collecting yourselves, Jezra walks out into the cavern, and she looks at all of you. You can see a look of absolute astonishment on her face, and she says, "You did an excellent job. I am most impressed. To defeat an eye tyrant in his own lair." And she looks at each of you very carefully, kind of eyes you up and down. She said, "I had not thought that you would be capable of such a feat. You will be rewarded handsomely for this."
I whisper to my brother. I'll believe it when I say it.
She says, "Well, seeing that you are so capable and so powerful, I believe we should have a talk right here, right now." She looks at all of you kind of to gauge where you're at. And she has a couple of guards next to her, obviously, at all times.
I'll just raise an eyebrow just to make it seem like I'm interested in what she has to say.
She says, "As you may have well noticed, Arindalin is in complete disarray. Our city has been ruled successfully and with great power by the Drow family of Nyarth for 2,000 years, and yet we see it fall into despair with these rival clans. They threat even now to unseat the matron mother herself." She says, "As you can see from their machinations in raising the undead, making alliances with the eye tyrants." She says, "I had not thought that they'd be capable of doing something such as this, which means the threat is even greater than I had imagined." She says, "While the matron mother, my mother, Lythrana, while she appears to have turned a blind eye to all of this. She has excused herself from the very affairs of the house and left the ruling of Arindalin to my sister, first sister Malice." And she looks at all of you and she says, "You know very well that Malice is not fit to be the next matron mother. Malice is insane. She is cruel, and she is obsessed with her own selfish gains, and she is obsessed with vengeance. Her path will only lead to destruction of House Nyarth." And she looks at you to see if you're kind of agreeing with her or not.
I'm nodding my head.
I mean, we did try to give you an opportunity with that creature earlier to help you with your situation.
She says, "And this is why I am speaking to all of you right now. I see that you probably are more smart than this. You are willing to see that Malice will destroy the house, and in destroying the house, whatever you have to gain from allying yourself with Nyarth will also be destroyed." She says, Malice is unfit to be matron mother. However, she still has the favor of Loth.
So
But
what must be done?
there may be a time when Malice becomes vulnerable and loses the favor of Loth. At that time, we must kill her and depose her of her spot. What I say right now is high treason, and if it were discovered, we would all be thrown into the Drider pit. But I can see from what you have done and your capabilities that you are capable of unseating Malice as first sister. She says, if I were to become first sister and the next matron mother, I could grant you exactly what you desire from your agreement and your contracts with House Nearth. She says, I can guarantee you that Malice won't. She's like, I do not know what contracts you have with her. She says, but I can honor them. And she says, it should be obvious from the time you have spent with me and from knowing me that I am much more trustworthy than my sister Malice. She says, do you agree? And she kind of she looks very pensive, like if she's not completely sure if you guys are on her side.
After she says that, I kind of am gonna look at her with like an incline, trying to read her, do an insight check on her.
From what you can tell, it appears that what she is saying is sincere. You rolled a really good on your insight, so you kind of gather that once she saw you destroy this beholder, she actually realizes that you are very powerful and she actually should be fearing you. So she is probably saying this to you to make an alliance with you so that you don't turn on her.
I look at her and I say, Malice must die. But
Just like that?
yeah.
You hate Malice? Well, you probably
No.
do. You probably do. Malice is a pretty nasty person.
Yeah, I'm going to say Malice must die, and it's evident we can help each other.
She says, but there's, and Jezra says, there are certain ways for a drow matron to increase her position in disposing of a drow matron above her. This must be done in the favor of Loth. And you see her pacing back and forth. She says, although you may not see it in your day-to-day lives, it is Loth that rules Arindalin. It is Loth that rules our house. And it is Loth's favor that truly keeps us in power. She says, we cannot simply go and attack Malice and kill her. That would not please Loth. The only thing that would please Loth is deception, cunning. She says, we must lay a trap for Malice, and when she steps into the trap, Malice must be shown to be weak and unworthy of Loth's favor. And in that moment, Loth's favor will be passed to me. While I hold Loth's favor, none will challenge me.
Jezra, we have the perfect opportunity. Why don't we show her this undead creature? She seems like she would be the type to be foolish enough to use it.
She says, I agree with you. The creature is extremely powerful, but she says, I sense that if we were to unleash this creature inside the Temple of Loth, it will bring down the entire house. There will be nothing left to rule.
Surely not if we're all on board here. You've seen what we've been able to do. We've been able to take down this eye tyrant. Surely we could, if we combine all of our forces, we can take out two birds with one stone.
You feel that you can control this force?
I believe we can. And even if we can't, if they're fighting one another, surely we could strike both once they're weak, and you can reign.
She says, I will think on this. Regardless, we are taking this creature with us. And following her is that coffin that Daga made for her You took her original coffin and you put some artificial or magical wards and bonds around it, and the coffin is now floating like it's on a tensor's disc and it's following her. And the coffin kind of floats out, following you guys. She said, and Jezra kind of looks at the coffin. And she says, "This is a power I do not completely understand." And she says, "Foolish, a foolish foolish uses of power that you don't understand always leads to untold devastation." She says, "This is actually something that Malice does not understand. If you were to offer this power to Malice, Malice would take it in a heartbeat. But I am afraid that this is a power that none of us can control." She says, but I see what you have accomplished. So if you feel that you can use this power against Malice, I can allow it."
I believe we can.
Well, what he's saying, and then I want to come up, bow somewhat respectfully, and just say, just this conversation alone could easily end any one of our lives. What assurances do I have that you won't turn on us as soon as we're done?
She looks at all of you. She says, "You are the strongest allies I have. If you remain loyal to me, I have no reason to betray you. As a matter of fact, I need strong and able allies and guards with me when I ascend the throne of Matron Mother. All Drow must have them." And she says, "Do you know of any that are in my camp that are any stronger than you? There's no reason for me to betray you unless you intend to betray me." And she looks at you, and you can tell that, she's kind of afraid that you might be too powerful for her to control as well. She says, "But look at it like this. If we do not displace Malice, I will be forever relegated to a servant of a crazy Matron Mother. And you, I do not know what contract you have with Malice or what you seek to gain, but I can assure you, she will destroy you and turn you to a Drider at a whim if you displease her. I am much more wise than this. I know my assets, and I know what can make me stronger and what can secure my position." So you do get a sense that she's kind of laying it out because she's seen what you can do, and she wants to be on your allied with you. She says, "Under Malice, you, Larry, will be nothing more than a concubine. Under me, you will be a general."
That's all fine and dangerous, but what about our race, the Dugars?
She looks at the two of you. She's like, "Well, when I asked you previously, you did not tell me why it is that you wish to sign the contract to serve our house." She says, "If you would tell me what it is you desire, I can let it be known if I can get it for you."
I guess we're betraying the matron. There we go.
Not the Matron Mother herself. You guys directly have contract with Malice, but she's asking you to ally with her instead, and she will give you whatever Malice had offered you. And she is telling you that she's a lot more trustworthy than Malice. You guys do know that Malice is a bit unhinged. Malice is kind of crazy, and Malice, is known to sacrifice random people to Loth just because she doesn't like them. Jezra, you haven't spent much time with her except for the time you're spending with her now. She seems to be very driven and focused.
So the question is, what if we were to give this kind of information to Malice? Do you think she would reward us in that regard?
That is up to you. From your experience, Jezra seems more like a lawful evil variety. Malice is clearly a chaotic evil variety.
Yeah, that seems like too much of a risk if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
The only more viable options would be completely aligning with Jezra, or using this opportunity to let Jezra trust us. And then, John, who was the male drow? What was his name?
Oh, yes. So, unbeknownst to the two of you that weren't here last week, the three of them, when they went in and they scouted, they made a deal with another party. His name is Trisville Spar. He is the Malice's concubine, a male drow, and he wishes to bring down the entire house of Nearth. He wants to establish a new society in Arindalin that is not female dominated, that is based on your abilities rather than your birth or your ancestry. He wants to create like a communist hippie paradise. Well, that's what he says. So the three of them have secretly made an agreement with him. And in doing so, they've said they're going to take the body of Ratka, the Soul Rivener, back with them. They know that the Soul Rivener is loyal to Triss, him, the third party.
I'm kind of down for that, being a guy. Just saying.
Yeah. So,
I will allow it that in the small time that you've spent with your brother, you might have been able to whisper that little secret plot.
yeah.
Yes, Triss did appeal to all of you, saying, you are all males, so no matter what, you will always be relegated to servants in a drow-led society. And he wants to bring down the entire drow house. He wants to bring down the rule of Loth.
Well, I guess it's a good thing for us. We're Dugar.
Well, you're not sure what's good for you. It depends on what you want. That's up to you as your characters and what your characters really want out of this. I did give you guys some motivation when you started for saying that the drow have you think that the drow may have stolen something from your clan, a very prized artifact called the Black Anvil. You can't prove it, but you feel that it's only the drow that are able to do this, and that's why you came and joined the clan in the first place. You haven't revealed that to Jezra yet.
Since we're talking to Jezra and she wants to join her, and she said, give us anything, I'll actually ask her about that. I'll ask her, you'll get us the Black Anvil back?
So you tell her about this Black Anvil, and you tell her the true reasons that you joined House Nearth. And Jezra kind of looks at you and she says, that's interesting. She says, I do not know of any Black Anvil that we possess, but I know that the matron mother possesses several extremely powerful artifacts stolen from other civilizations in her personal secretive demi-plane. She says, if House Nearth possesses the Black Anvil, I can get it for you.
And we have your word.
She says, you have my word if I have your loyalty. So she tells you that if the drow house has it, it's the matron mother herself, the highest matron mother of the drow that would know where it is.
I'll walk over to her like I just did, and I'll put out I'll say, you got a deal. I'll put my hand out for a handshake.
She does shake your hand, although she's kind of not keen on touching things beneath her. She will shake your hand. And she says, when I become first sister, I will only be one step away from the matron motherhood itself. She says, once we take care of Malice, I will think on how I can take care of my mother, Lythrana. It is about time that she retired. She has lost touch with the drow people. She spends all her time traveling the plains and has forgotten about the struggles that we face. She says, she says, once I have the favor of Loth, I may be powerful enough to challenge matron mother Lythrana herself.
All right, and let's drink on it.
Now, Jezra,
what my desires are and my interests are.
She says,
Would you be able
well,
to assist in those matters?
she says, since we are all speaking very plainly, why don't you tell us plainly what you would like? And I will agree in front of everybody.
You know I like the armor.
Yes, I do.
And you say that armor's only for certain people.
She
I would
says,
hope that I might become one of those certain people.
She says, Drow adamantine is only relegated to relegated to Drow fighters. However, as matron mother, these rules can be changed. She says, only when I become matron mother and I have the ability to change the very most fundamental rules of Drow society, which is in the right of the matron mother to change, you will have your armor. Drow adamantine, an enchantment of +5. And you can she actually she looks at you and she tempts you with the adamantine that she is wearing herself. You can see it glittering. You can see it glittering in the cavern.
That sounds like an interesting thing, but
What have you done?
you might have to persuade me a little bit more eventually, but we'll talk about it later.
She says, perhaps I can give you a taste of what Drow steel can do. And she says, she asks you to name a weapon that you would like to use. And any type of weapon, like long sword, short sword, whatever.
Yeah, long sword. We'll go with long sword. It's kind of been my go-to recently.
It says, when we return, I will have something for you. And she looks at everybody and she's like, are we, so are we agreed on this matter? Actually, at you, Larry, what about you? You, the only Drow in the party, what do you have to say to this?
I am still a little hesitant here because I'm pretty sure she's just going to betray us. But,
Drow very often betray people, but
yeah, I'm more inclined to overthrow them both and lean towards Tristan's cause.
You weren't part of the conversation when Triss came and offered that, but the three of your allies have agreed to it. And I think in secret, if they choose to tell you, they're going to tell you of the plot they made. So the plot that they made with Triss is that you're going to get Jezra's trust and make Jezra think that she's powerful enough to overthrow Malice. And when Jezra tries to, or when Jezra does overthrow Malice, in reality, that power will not belong to her. That power will belong to Triss and you guys, because that's the undead Soul Rivener. So the Soul Rivener is a little halfling girl that is really twisted and warped by undead energies, by a demon lord, and that little halfling girl will listen to Triss. So Triss told her, do whatever, your captors say for now. And when the time is right, we will strike. So you already have an ambush plan set up with Triss. So Malice is asking you to set up yet another ambush, another ambush plan against her her
plan within a plan.
Yeah, against her sister Malice. Jezra wants to displace first destroy Malice, and once she successfully does that, she wants to go for matron motherhood herself. So you guys are kind of caught up in the middle of this, but because of how strong you are and how powerful you are, and not only being able to control this Soul Rivener, but also take down a Beholder, you guys clearly are able to throw the balance of power whichever way you please, as long as you make the right choices. If you make you may make bad choices and corner yourselves into into a bad situation, but that's up to you guys.
Yeah, but at the rate right now, essentially, we're doing one of two things. We're either making a deal with her, or let me rephrase this: one of three things. We're making a deal with her. We're straight up going to kill her, which no one seems to want to do right now, anyways. Or deal's a facade, and it's in lieu of our previous deal too, and we're fulfilling that anyway.
Yeah, so you have a choice. So here are kind of your options. Number one is to be loyal to Jezra, fight for her, help her destroy Malice, and become matron mother. And if there's any plots to destroy her, fight off those plots. That's one choice. The second choice is to ally with Triss, pretend to be allies with Jezra, and stick with Jezra until Triss finds the right moment to betray her, and then destroy the entire House of the Drow and rewrite the history of Rindolin and turn it into this utopia paradise. Or third, you can honor the contract that you have with Malice and expose Jezra to Malice, which will end up very, very bad for Jezra, and she knows this. She's putting herself out there and risking this this deceit with you, but she's seeing an opportunity for her own gain.
So here's my thoughts. We pretty much know that Malice is going to use the whole weight to kill her, Jezra. But I figured we're probably going to kill her anyhow. So it doesn't matter which one we assign to. But you guys make a decision.
So Jezra says, if you need some time to consider over, I can step over there and I won't listen to what you say.
Step over there.
Yeah.
I'll gladly kneel before her. It accomplishes all options.
I shook her hand.
Yeah.
So I gave an answer.
So if you ally with Jezra, you do know that Triss is planning some sort of attack, and that involves the dead body of the Soul Rivener that you're taking back.
Yep.
So at some point that's going to happen, and if that starts happening, if you're truly allying with Jezra, you're going to try to protect her, or even expose Triss right now. If you expose Triss right now and tell her about Triss, Triss will not find a good outcome, as you can imagine.
Well,
and say nothing.
But you can hold all of your cards to your chest and not expose anything to anybody, which might be the smarter thing to do. And then maybe change your alliances if things start to shift. That's always not a bad option. That's what evil people tend to do.
That's the dagger way.
I'm gonna hold the cards and go along with Jezra for the time. That's what I'm telling those guys. As I say to the guys, I wink at them to indicate I'm interested more in Triss's plan.
I'm down for whatever.
I am handsome and deserving of a handsome reward.
You're gonna get the reward no matter what. I mean, for what you've done here, obviously, you're gonna be well rewarded no matter what.
I feel like that's the answer editors don't want to hear. You're gonna get your reward.
My reward's making a baby with you.
Ew.
What the fuck?
Well, was that Larry?
Ugly baby. Yeah, it'd be an ugly baby.
That was Daga.
No, unfortunately, the drow won't mate with anything outside their race. But if that's what you want, she can get you the most beautiful slave gnome you can imagine. She'll find you one. That is not a difficult task for her.
I will save myself for you and prove you my love and make you want me.
All right, if that's your character goal, we'll go with that. Regardless, you guys temporarily just kind of agree to her with her, knowing that there's plots that can destroy her as well. And you guys successfully make a return journey back to Arindalin uneventfully. So you're back in a city. And once you get back to Arindalin and you get back to the Drought Temple, Jezra says, "This is where I will leave you." He says, "You have 3 days to re-equip yourself and purchase what you need to. But in 3 days, you will need to deliver your report to Malice directly." She looks at you very intently. She says, "Malice at this time is still too powerful. We are not ready to strike at her. Please stay your hand for now. We will see how she reacts to what we have brought back." And Jezra kind of looks back at the coffin that's floating behind her. She says, "In the meantime, your reward." And she nods to one of the couriers, and he whips. So he shows up, and there's this kind of like this beast of burden. It's like a Underdark oxen or something like that. The oxen pulls over what appears to be a wheelbarrow, and she opens the wheelbarrow to check its contents, and she says, "This is your reward for help, for successful completion of our quest." He says, "You may distribute it however you like. I will leave it to you, Larry." And she hands you the reins of the mule to Larry. And you can tell this is a massive, massive bag full of jewels and coins. And she says, "Come back to the Drow Temple in 3 days."
Like, sorry guys, it was empty. I don't know what happened. I wouldn't do that.
Larry, technically, because you are the highest ranking, because you're a Drow, technically, you can take a higher share than everybody else. Although I don't think they'll be happy about that.
I wouldn't do that.
I will give everybody a long rest. And
I didn't even see. So is there a reward or something? What's in the box?
You open up the bag, and it is filled to. It is a massive, massive bag full of gold and jewels. By the time you spill it out and start counting it, you realize this is 5,000 gold pieces each, or a total of 25,000 gold pieces. I will put that in a party sheet along with the other money that you have, and then distribute it to everybody.
Very good.
So let me do a little bit of math.
Do you
Hey.
grab that ring of regeneration?
Yeah, hold on. Let me do this. 33344. Whoops. 33344. You guys are all going to get a whole bunch of gold in your inventories. There we go.
And this is how it ends.
You guys present yourselves at the Temple of Loath. This is where Malice is. And you are asked to give Malice an account of what had happened. So as you guys arrive, you look around in the Spider Temple, and it seems kind of unusually quiet. And there's a couple of guards, more guards posted than usual. You think that there's something strange in the air. As you arrive, Jezra's waiting for you in the front. She says, "Malice is asked to speak to you alone." She says, "Remember what we had discussed earlier?" And she takes out this beautiful drow longsword made of drow adamantine, and she hands it to Kargas as per their agreement. And this is where we'll pick up next time.